Hello and welcome to another brand new episode of Undisputed Anime. This is the podcast where we like to talk about anime recommendations, manga, and everything else in between. This is a special episode because I have a special guest with me. This guest is a pioneer when it comes to not only content creation, but amazing stuff in the UK anime space. And he's also an amazing mech guru. So today I have Ash with me. Ash, how are you, my friend?
I am fine, my guy. You forgot best beard in the anime podcasting game. Not as well, as good as
I
yours.
mean,
As
I'm
good as yours.
here,
As good as
so
yours. Yeah. I mean, me and you, like, we could take a few guys out, man, with our fully connected beards, man. Our lusciously oiled, well moisturized, fully connected beards. It's mad. It's mad how sick our
I,
beards are, man.
I mean, it's down to the routine at the end of the day. You got to have a good conditioner. You got to have a good shampoo, oils, like you mentioned, a good barber to shape it. It's all about the little things,
I
the
mean, I
details.
know I've got a do-rag on in my picture, but you've seen what my hair looks, and you've seen how sick my barber is, man. You've seen on you've
Yeah,
seen on Instagram, man.
talented.
My guy goes in, man. Shout outs to Tommy one time, man. I'll never cheat on you, man.
This-
Anyway, before we
well,
digress, before I go off on a beard related tangent, which I have already done, my name is Aston Zala. I am the founder, CEO, and entire team, because it's a one-man operation, of Black Anime Podcasts, the internet's premier destination to discover anime and manga podcasts by Black creators. And
Mhm.
I am also the founder, co-host, and audio engineer of Giant Shooty Robots, the
Yes.
podcast that is rated M for Mecha. Yes, and that is actually me doing a little voice clip on the intro. I just pitched my voice down like 3 octaves.
Damn, that's impressive.
A lot of people don't know that.
So we got an exclusive, is what you're telling me.
Is what I'm telling you. Rated M for Mecha. Just so you know, it's actually me doing it.
Incredible, talented.
Something like that. Somebody said I should put together a voice acting reel, but I'm just like, nah, it's too much. I do too much as it is already, man.
I tried it once. I put together like some voice acting, and honestly, my throat was killing for like a week.
No, so I'm not too bad at doing it. Like I've had a couple of people ask me to like voice their trailers and stuff, just like
Oh wow.
joking trailers and stuff, and I'm just like, I mean, I could do, but I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll take it seriously one day. But I already run Black Anime podcasts and do
Hmm.
Giant Shooty Robots, which is almost a full-time job in itself. And obviously, I am now a paid professional hobbyist photographer. So
Hey, add it to the
I'd be
resume.
taking photos for Anime District. So yeah, shout outs
Fantastic.
to them, by the way. Best anime party in the UK. If you've never heard of it, you should come along one time. You should definitely come along one time, Zane, man. You missed the boat party. It was crazy.
I was jealous of those Instagram posts. Like all I kept seeing was all
What
these
you say?
photos, and I was jealous of like the Instagram posts. Like all I kept seeing on
Yeah,
Instagram was like an insane time from the looks of things. So
boat
yeah, I
party,
definitely.
boat party, boat party, boat party, boat party. Yeah, I know. We sailed the 7 seas to find the One Piece. We didn't
So yeah,
actually find it, and I don't think we're ever gonna find it because Ichiro Oda is making too much money. But shout outs to Oda-san, man. One Piece is the only one is my favorite of the big three, like without a doubt.
wow.
What, you surprised by that? What do you think it's gonna be Bleach or something?
I if I was putting money on it, I would say yeah, Bleach. I would have thought you'd be a Bleach guy.
I like Bleach, man, and I remember when it aired in the UK, like back in the like mid 2000s on that
Mm,
channel Anime Central, innit?
yeah.
But and I used to watch it then, like late at night. But I don't know, man. I like Bleach, but man, I'm a One Piece dude, man. Out of the big three, I
Hey.
mean, obviously, I'm not really a shonen guy that much in it, and people need
Mm,
to escape the spiritual bondage of battle shonen and
yeah.
expand their horizons. But when it comes to the big three, shonen jump titles, yeah, One Piece is my favorite by far. I know you see like me wearing like Naruto headbands and stuff, and I do like Naruto as well. I'm a fan of Naruto, but without a shadow of a doubt, One Piece is my favorite of the three. It's not even close, man.
Wow. I got to ask the question now. You've mentioned One Piece. Are you excited for the live action Netflix version that they're working on?
I'm indifferent. I know some people are like
Mm,
vehemently against it, but
yeah,
I'm super indifferent.
I think that's a great mindset to have. Like, don't just write it off straight away. Like,
I'm not
let's.
cautiously optimistic. I'm just like, I just don't. I literally don't care. Like, if it's good, it's good. If it's terrible, it's terrible. But at least Usopp's an N word. I'm not gonna actually say it on here because
Okay.
sponsorships. But Usopp is black. He's a melanated person, and that's kind of
Mm,
dope.
I like that. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think that's cool. Um, cool. So as you mentioned sponsors, I gotta, say it right here. Today's video sponsor, make sure to check out Surfshark VPN. I'd like to say a big thank you to this episode sponsor, Surfshark VPN, which you can get 83% off and 3 months free if you go to surfshark.deals/undisputed anime and enter in the promo code Undisputed Anime, all one word. Surfshark VPN lets you trick your device into thinking it's in a different country, which opens up a whole world of content libraries. If you're in the UK, you could watch Japan Netflix, which will give you a far bigger selection of animes. If you're outside the UK, you could watch BBC iPlayer. And if you're in the US, you can finally get access back to the old WWE network. We've all been using Surfshark here at Undisputed Anime for a while, and it's our official VPN. And it doesn't just give you access to all the animes, it also secures your networks by encrypting internet traffic, keeping your location and download history private. Like my collection of shoujo mangas, which must be protected at all costs. My favourite feature for this is that Surfshark knows when my phone leaves a trusted connection, like my home or work internet, and it immediately turns on to prevent this interference. It's like having a JoJo stand for your phone. To sign up to Surfshark today, by using our link in the video description below, surfshark.deals/undisputed anime, which you can get 83% off and 3 months free if you go to surfshark.deals/undisputed anime and enter in the promo code Undisputed Anime. We really appreciate it if you at least check them out, as they've been great company and we love working with them. Support Undisputed Anime and support your internet privacy with Surfshark. Fantastic. So, today's episode, as we previously mentioned, is mechs. We're going to talk about the mech genre, but more specifically, we're going to give you Ash's 5 recommendations. So if you're new to the genre, maybe you wanted to get into it, Ash has got some recommendations for you, not only if you're new, but if you're a veteran as well, and you just want to maybe check out some things you've never seen before, or maybe help me out, Ash. Maybe.
So these 5 titles are suitable whether you are a neophyte baby mecha fan, just pulled
Okay.
on your first robotic diaper and dip your toes into the water and have just started to become enamored with those giant shooty robots. I will work
Yeah.
my podcast title in that every opportunity I get. Or whether you are a veteran griddled, or whether you are a veteran grizzled mecha fan who hasn't left their basement in some 25 years and spends all your disposable income on the plastic crack that is known as gunpla. So yes, I am trying to load I know them off the top of my head, but I'm just trying to load the Twitter thread. So just
That's
give me
cool.
a
That's
second.
cool.
You can edit around it. Ah, here we go. Now it's loaded.
You
Perfect.
got it. Perfect.
Yes.
So yeah, we're going to talk about your top 5 recommendations. Where did you want to start?
My top 5 mecha recommendations, Zane. You
What
missed the perfect open goal, bro.
did I?
Yes. Mech recommendations. Top 5 mech
Recommendations.
recommendations. Yes. So where do we start? We are going to start with a crowd pleaser.
Mm,
This will especially apply to the shonen crowd as well.
okay.
We're going to start with Gundam Build Fighters. which
Ooh.
originally aired in 2013, I think. I
Yeah.
am a little my memory is a little bit rusty. I am now 30. Please forgive me. I am relatively geriatric when it comes to the anime fandom nowadays, which is full of young whippersnappers. Um, so Gundam Build Fighters
Mm.
basically is a tournament shonen battle anime that draws on the entire history of the franchise. And you got not so giant shooty robots, so tiny plastic models, a really well developed, coherent narrative, and interesting characters. That are a lot of them are cliche, so it draws a lot from G Gundam,
Okay.
like massively. I'm sure, as you know, G Gundam is like the best Gundam series. And if you disagree, you can kiss my ass. Sorry,
What?
sponsors. But yeah, so it draws from G Gundam just in terms of its spirit. Build Fighters
Okay.
Try It sequel draws from G Gundam even more. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but yeah, it's great. It's directed by the same person who will go on to be responsible, or has gone on to be responsible for directing My Hero Academia, which was a massive, massive shonen phenomenon.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, basically, that's where we are with that, and that one is perfect. That recommendation is picked just surely. Yeah, one second. That recommendation is picked due to current anime fandom being absolutely obsessed with the shonen battle.
Hmm.
Anime genre discourse in the mainstream of the anime fandom stays in the shonen battle. Anime genre rarely leaves it, and this is the perfect mecha show for said people, and will hopefully let them expand their range somewhat. I mean, they're not going to watch it because they're just going to see robots and be like, meh. But those who are intrigued
Yeah.
by Build Fighters should definitely watch it, and it will expand their horizons. And then it's just a steep, slippery downhill slope from there into mecha love. So yeah,
Interesting. I know you mentioned Gundam G. I'm not too au fait with the Gundam franchise. Like, just a little background for myself. I've only watched Gundam Wing back in the day on Toonami, and I couldn't tell you what happened in it. So it's either that or Iron Blood, and it's only recently I watched Iron Blood because it was recommended to me, and I thought, well,
did you watch all of Iron Blooded Orphans?
I
All
did,
50
I did,
episodes?
yeah.
Man, we don't talk. Iron Blooded Orphans is Mobile Suit Gundam post traumatic stress disorder. That show left me with. It didn't really leave me with PTSD, but it was very upsetting. The ending
Yeah,
pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you. Still,
it's it's good. I mean, if anyone's out there who hasn't seen it, I'll tell you now, it is a great um, series to jump onto. But this sounds amazing because, like you said, this feels like I've seen at the bottom of this page here that is, similar recommendations. Metabots, Beyblade. Would you say it's got that franchise feel about it,
yeah, I
or
would
would
say. I mean, the thing is one big tournament arc. So yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Shonen Battle fans will love it. I'm telling you,
perfect.
they'll love it. Think
And
Dragon Ball Z Tournament of Power, but like for one entire Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super, yeah. Tournament of
super,
Power,
yeah.
but like for the entire show. Or G Gundam, but with plastic robots instead. And
Ooh,
you have
okay.
Build Fighters.
Interesting. Interesting. I like it. Yeah, that sounds cool. Just having a quick look to see how many episodes there are.
26?
I've got
Plus there's an
25.
OVA as well. 25.
Okay.
Yeah, 20. It's 25, right?
25, yeah.
Yeah, plus an OVA sequel.
Ooh. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Oh,
Um,
also there's a Gunpla Mafia, which is as ridiculous as it sounds.
a Gunpla Mafia.
Yes, Gunpla Mafia. They try and steal people's gunpla and they commit crimes using um using animated plastic model kits. It's as ridiculous as it sounds. There's also Gunpla Police, like Gunpla inspectors.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you whose father is one, but it would be a massive spoiler. But yeah, it's as
Ooh.
ridiculous and as hilarious as it sounds.
That sounds like a fun series though. I'm probably intrigued to. Well, not probably. I'm definitely intrigued to check that out. As someone who bought their first Gumbler kit as well,
Oh wait, when did you buy your first Gunpla?
I bought it. So this is the terrible thing. I bought it back. I want to say in May, and as we're recording this, this is what, August.
What kit is it?
I'll show you. Give me a second.
Present the Gunpla.
So I've got this. I like Barbatos.
Or that's Barbatos Lupus Rex, right?
Yeah.
It's the HG. Nice. You're gonna have fun building that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I got that at the Cardiff Anime Con, but I've yet to open it.
I don't even want to know how much you paid for it because HGs are super expensive in the UK. So I usually, actually, I'm not going to go into a Gunpla diatribe, but yeah, they're cheaper. Buy them on Hobby Link Japan. They're cheap. They're way cheaper. But anyway,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hobby Link Japan. That's a free bit of advertising. You're getting there, Hobby Link Japan. But yeah, I mean, I build Gunpla. When was the last time I built something? Very recently, actually. Oh yeah, my banner on Twitter is a Gunpla I built, and then the thing that's shooting with the added effects. Yeah, I built that myself and took the photos in Kennington Park in London. So yeah, man does got Gunpla photography as well, isn't it? Man does everything. It's crazy.
So much of it comes up on my Instagram now. Like
I know. I'm sorry,
I can't help it.
I'm sorry for like flooding your feed with nerdy shit, man.
It's fine. I appreciate all of it now. What's your next recommendation?
Hey, if you're enjoying the show, please like and subscribe below for more Undisputed Anime.
So my next recommendation is one that's a bit out of the left field. It's super duper old.
Okay.
We're flying all the way back to 2000, and one of the first projects that Gonzo animated.
Right.
And we're taking a look at Vandred.
Ooh.
So Vandred is an anime where male and females, so men and women, live on separate planets in a star system. The men and the women do not get along. Actually, no, I'm not going to tell you where they originate from because that would ruin the plot. But yeah, basically, Hibiki Tokai, who works in one of the factories on the men's planet,
okay,
basically hijacks a mecha, ends up getting kidnapped by space pirates and then blasted to the other side of the universe. This space pirate crew is full of women, and obviously he's a man. One of them takes an instant fascination with him. Obviously, she has quite large breasts because this is the early 2000s and fan service is just voluminous at this point. And so yeah, one of them, Dita, takes a liking to him, falls in love with him instantly, almost. And then it's about their journey across the space pirates' journey back across the universe, back to their respective home planets. Coming across adversaries. There's a lot of like gender politics in there, a lot of fan service. So for those of you who don't like fan service, you Gen Z anime fans or whatever, or whoever else is fan service at first, this is not for you.
Okay.
But the mecha designs are amazing. The mechanical designer on this was Kanetake Ebikawa, who was responsible for quite a bunch of stuff in the build series, but he is mostly famous for designing the Gundam Exia from Mobile Suit Gundam 00, which is his design magnum opus as far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
So yeah, he also does like a bunch of stuff. He also worked on, as I said, the build series. He designs the 30-minute missions line of model kits from Bandai, which are also super fun to build. Do not get into 30-minute missions. It's an even slipperier slope than Gunpla because they all have like 30-minute missions. You can build a kit in 30 minutes, but they also they're called 30-minute missions because they have a bunch of 30mm hard points across them. Sorry, 3mm hard points. So you can plug like different things into them, and they're really customizable. So yeah, that's an even slipperier slope than Gunpla. But yeah, Vandred, check it out. It has 2 seasons. Vandred first stage, Vandred second stage.
Right.
Each season, I think each season is 26 episodes. I'm not sure. I'll have to check.
Yeah.
But Vandred is great. Please watch it.
I've just pulled it up here. It looks like it was really popular in 2000. Here it says 13 episodes. So
Yeah,
it
so
sounds
sorry,
quite,
there's 13 episodes per season. So there's 26 in total. I
it
think.
sounds really condensed. Like,
Yeah, no, it's a
if
great
they-
show, man. It's a really
Yeah.
great show. Yeah.
the way you were describing it, I was getting like Tenchi Muyo vibes. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it is a harem show as well, obviously. It's a harem anime as well. So yeah, I mean but then again, that was typical of the time. This is the time when like Love Hina, Tenchi Muyo, etc.,
we're
was
killing it.
famous and were very popular. What else? Girls Bravo, that kind of stuff. Harem anime in the late 90s and early 2000s was like a big genre in shonen and seinen. It's a big part of shonen and seinen anime. So yeah.
Amazing. Action good?
What the mecha action? Yes, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. So it's really dope.
Cool.
It even has the manga adaptation, which obviously Vandred was an anime first, but the manga adaptation is actually, it's not terrible. Let's put it that way. So if you want to, and it's narratively very different to the anime. So if you want to check the manga out first and then watch the anime, by all means. But the best way to watch Vandred, the best canon, is just to dive straight into the anime. I think it's on Crunchyroll as well. I forgot to say where these anime are available. So Gundam Build Fighters should be available. I think it's on Crunchyroll, and it's definitely available on Gundam Info on YouTube. Build Fighters, don't watch the dub. The dub is terrible. Just stick to it subbed. Vandred, the dub's decent. It's like one of those early 2000s English dubs, so it's pretty good. But
Amazing.
Japanese is also acceptable. It's fine. But yeah, Japanese is great. Obviously, it's the original soundtrack. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, yeah, perfect.
Cool. No, that sounds amazing. And I guess like for anyone again who's new to the genre or just wants something small to kind of dip their toe into it, you don't have to commit yourself to something too long if it's only like 13 episodes for like say season 1. Right?
Well, yeah, it's 26 in total, but 13 in the first season is not a huge commitment, not at all.
Yeah. Sweet. Do you want to jump into the next one, or should I give a recommendation? Give you a chance to kind of like. How are you feeling?
I'm good, man. So you want to give a mecha recommendation?
I don't know. I don't know if you want to.
Go ahead, man. If you want to give a mecha recommendation,
should I give a recommendation?
Not. Yeah, go ahead, man. Go for it.
How do you feel? Something that I've talked about a lot on this podcast. How do you feel about a series called Star Driver?
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna cap. I ain't seen it still.
Have you not?
No, I haven't seen it. Is it good?
So what can I say about Star Driver? Star Driver it's only 25 episodes. I think there's a movie as well. Star Driver it's kind of, I want to say it's possibly like early Trigger. I can see it here actually. It's Bone Studio, so complete lie. But it has that Trigger vibe about it. So so much so like the mech looks like the Darling in the Franxx 02 mech, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, aesthetically.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this just because I watched this back in 2010 and I thought this was like insane, incredibly good. It's about a guy who comes to this island, and this island has like it's a high school anime at the same time, but they go into this like other dimension to try and like utilize these like mechs. And yeah, there is a bit of fan service, like you said, in the early 2000s and even in the 2010s, that was still happening. But you know, if you're a fan of Kill la Kill, um, we've spoken before in person about Gurren Lagann. I think you're gonna like Star Driver.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Kageyaki no Takuto. It's like what, conductor of the shine or conductor of the glitter or something. I think that means something like that. But
Yeah,
I will
it's
watch. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll add it to my list. And it's only
it,
25 episodes. Yeah.
it's 25 episodes. It's an experience.
Okay.
All the characters charming, and yeah, like I said, if you enjoy some of the other animes I've mentioned, you're definitely going to enjoy this one, I reckon.
Perfect. Perfect.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying the show, leave a review on your preferred podcast platform below.
So we're gonna go into my third recommendation now.
Yeah, if you're ready to.
My third recommendation
Mm-hmm.
is. Oh boy. So I'm gonna do this without slandering Evangelion.
Okay.
And that's the original Evangelion, not the rebuilds, which are incredible. The rebuilds are have you seen the rebuilds or
They're the like feature length ones, right? Like
yeah,
0.1.
yeah. You've seen
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rebuilds, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you
I
seen the
think
original? Have you seen the original Ava?
yeah, I've seen the original one, yeah.
Yeah, the rebuilds are superior, right?
I don't know. I get
Oh boy, don't
lost.
be that guy.
I get lost in the rebuilds.
What? But they have a much more coherent. You know what? Let's not get into Evangelion.
It's for another
Discourse.
episode. That's
For
another
another
episode.
episode completely. So Razephon. So Razephon is one of those anime that definitely stands by itself, but because it aired after Evangelion, it gets
Mm,
unfairly labeled as being highly derivative when it's of Evangelion when it's really not.
right.
The comparisons are lazy. It's better than Ava, original Ava, not the rebuilds. That's more debatable. But so the plot is, I mean, you've got extraterrestrial or extra dimensional invaders.
Hmm.
You have a young teenage protagonist. You have a much older woman who is directing him and very clearly has romantic feelings for him. That's a spoiler. I'm sorry. So yeah, Razephon. Whereas one second. Whereas Ava draws narrative elements from Judeo-Christian or
Hmm.
Abrahamic religion. Razephon is steeped in Mayan mythology
Oh
and
wow.
Mesoamerican mythology, and it focuses on themes of transcendence as opposed to Ava's. This is the original Ava, not the
Hmm.
rebuilds. Ava's themes of existential dread.
Yeah.
It's a breathtakingly gorgeous show. It has the best ending, or it has my favorite ending of any mecha anime, and it is Yutaka Izubuchi's magnum opus, as far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
Izubuchi is a mechanical designer and anime director. I think he's responsible for designing the new Gundam, amongst other things, in Mobile Suit Gundam.
Okay.
But yeah, Razephon is his magnum opus. It's an amazing anime. It was animated by Bones,
Mm,
and there's not much more I can say than that. You need to watch it.
that sounds
You need
amazing.
to watch it. Everyone needs to watch it. It's just you need to watch it. And shout outs to my friend Joseph because it's his favorite anime of all time. Not that he
Wow.
put me onto it. I knew about it before, but you know,
Yeah.
Razephon's amazing. The movie, it also has like a compilation movie type deal thing that a lot of Japanese studios did.
Okay.
They still do it sometimes, not as much. The movie changes the ending somewhat, which isn't as good as the TV
Okay.
show. So you
Right.
can watch the movie. It's kind of like a different continuity, as is the manga as well. All three continuities are separate and
Right.
standalone. But if I were you, the best canon um, when with regards to Arazathon is the anime because it was the original canon. Okay.
Wow. That's that sounds amazing. Like on, like you say, different levels. It seems to. What is it about it that, for you, shall we say, in your opinion, what makes it better than Ava? Is it because of the
It's
as
just
you
narratively, it's just a lot more coherent.
Yeah.
And the ending is a lot more coherent than Evangelion. I said it's better than the Evangelion anime. It's not better than the rebuilds. No way is it better than the rebuild of Evangelion. No chance. But it's better than the original 26 episode Eva anime for sure.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. I'm surprised it's by Bones as well. Like, I thought Bones was a fairly new studio. I didn't realize they were around since like 2002.
Bones have been around since 1998, bruv.
Wow. See, for me, I thought, well, it's obviously the My Hero and the Mob 100. That's what I instantly associate with Bones. But yeah, it seems like they've been around for well, as you say, they've been around for years.
I couldn't tell you what I couldn't tell you what the first anime they animated was, but I know that Bones were responsible for animating Angelic Layer, which aired in 2001. So yeah, I don't know what their first anime was though. I could Google
Full
it.
Metal.
I think I think it was like Hero War Chronicles or something that aired in 2000. So yeah, something like that. Hero War Chronicles or something like that. I don't want to mispronounce it. And then I know definitely they animated Angelic Layer for a fact. Which again, Angelic Layer is also technically a mecha show. Technically, you know, Angelic Layer, the battle doll thing.
I'm not familiar with it, but I've just pulled it up here on the screen.
You're not familiar with Angelic Layer is basically the anime that laid the groundwork for Gundam Build Fighters, basically.
Wow.
Angelic Layer is technically a mecha show, like very technically. I mean, obviously the things that they battle with don't resemble mecha, but Angelic Layer laid the groundwork for Gundam Build Fighters, as far as I'm concerned, anyway, amongst other things.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm just seeing here like original like character designs by Clamp as well.
No, Angelic Layer is a Clamp work, so they wrote it and drew the character designs.
Wow.
It's a Clamp manga. Clamp is a manga studio. They do the art and they pen the stories as well. Obviously, with one of my recommendations later on, Clamp are only responsible for designing the characters, the aesthetics of said series. They're not responsible for anything else. So yeah.
Is that a beautiful segue into your next recommendation?
Is my next recommendation that anime? No, my next recommendation is not that particular anime.
No.
Yeah, boom, whoa. That's a clue. But no, my next recommendation is should I do that? Nah, I'll do. I don't want to ruin the finale, the grand finale. So my next recommendation is Macross Plus.
Ooh.
Which was obviously created by Shoji Kawamori and Shinichiro. My shows have slaptastic soundtracks. Watanabe. Macross Plus really does have it all. It has an amazing soundtrack. It has a pioneering combination of, I think this was one of the first anime to use CG animation, because Macross Plus dropped in early 90s. I can't put an exact year on it. I think it's 91 or 92. I think it came out.
I've got a start date of 94 and ended in 95.
So it came out in 94. So 94, sorry, my bad.
That's okay.
I'm a couple of years out there, but yeah, 94. So yeah, it was one of the first anime to combine traditional animation and CG animation. So yeah, you should watch it like yesterday. There's also two versions as well. There's an OVA version, which is like a few episodes, and then there's a movie as well.
Okay.
Either can be watched, to be perfectly honest. The jury's out as to which one is the superior viewing experience. So yeah.
And besides, I know you've mentioned some of the creative geniuses behind this, but is there any other like major reason this is a top recommendation for you? Do you think this is like a great way for people who are familiar with the creator's other works, or?
The music was by Yoko Kanno. So yeah, just so you folks know. It was written by the late great Keiko Nobumoto, who wrote the screenplay for Cowboy Bebop and created Wolf's Rain. She also wrote on Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy, and Carol and Tuesday as well. It was directed, obviously, by Shoji Kawamori, who I've met in person. Humble brag.
Wow.
Yeah, I did meet him. I think I posted the video on the TL, so I'll share it to you later. But I met him in, I think it was 2019 now. Yeah, it was. It was September 2019. Or was it September? No, yeah, it was September 2019. Yeah, September 19. I met him.
Wow.
At
Is
a
that
talk.
hit?
He was doing a talk at the geez, I'm trying to remember now. I think it was either at the Barbican. Yeah, it was at the Barbican. He was doing a talk on like mecha deculture and stuff like that. It was really, really dope. I went with one of my friends. It was
Wow.
really, really dope. So yeah, I met Kawamori. Can kind of brag about that. And my black ass asked him a question about Gundam instead of asking him about Macross. He did. Obviously, I'm mainly a Gundam fan, and he did do design work on Gundam. I mean, he's a mechanical. I mean, outside the director, being a director and stuff, he is a mechanical designer, and he did do some quite famous Gundam work, especially on Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. He designed the Gundam GPO3, the Gundam GPO1, and that series of mobile suits. So he is quite well revered within Gundam fandom for his mechanical design. Aside from the Macross stuff, obviously the Macross stuff's amazing. But yeah, like he did some work on Gundam that he's not also known for. But everybody else was asking him Macross questions, and my black ass decided to ask him questions about Gundam. So I kind of like stuck out like a sore thumb.
Maybe he appreciated that, like, you know, the one person asking about something that, you know, he's probably not as famous for compared to Macross and stuff.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, like in Japan, like Macross is basically only second to Gundam in terms of like mecha franchises. When you think of iconic mecha franchises, you think Gundam, and then your next thought goes straight to Macross. I mean, for me, not in the West. I mean, for me as a mecha fan, and in the East, they're gonna think. You think Gundam, then you think Macross, basically.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Or mecha fans of a certain age will think Robotech, which is obviously a complete and utter travesty of a massacre, and combined was a guest star of 3 different shows: Super Dimensional Fortress Macross, Mos Piada, and Southern Cross. So yeah,
remind me, isn't Robotech the one with the planes that had arms and feet?
Yeah, that's Macross, bro.
Oh, that's Macross.
That's Macross. Yeah.
Oh,
and the planes,
damn.
the planes. I can't remember what they're called. Variable fighters. That's it. God, I'm not even a massive Macross fan, and I know this off the top of my head. The variable fighters have like 3 modes. They have jet mode, they have girl walk mode, which is what you're talking about, where they have the hands and feet, and then they have robot mode or humanoid mode. So yeah,
I saw this as a kid, like possibly one of my first or earliest anime experiences. So
was Robotech. I'm trying to remember what channel it aired, because you and I the same age? Am I older?
I'm also in my 30s. So
okay, so I'm 30. I just turned 30, so slow down there, bucko.
But no, I think I think I may have watched Macross then. If this is the one I'm thinking of, like, you know, with
you probably watched Robotech. Not Macross, yeah. So yeah, but cool. So are you ready for the last recommendation?
Yeah, hit me with the last one.
I'm gonna spare you the terrible humming of the theme song. But as you all know, the final recommendation is Code Geass. I'm not gonna say it in Japanese, but I am gonna say Lelouch of the Rebellion. What is there to say? I mean, Code Geass is probably the best. No, it's not probably. It's the best mecha anime of the 2000s. Some people will say Gurren Lagann. Those people who've been smoking crack. Code Geass is undoubtedly the best mecha anime of the 2000s. The staff on Code Geass is just it's stellar. It's stellar. I mean, you got Goro Taniguchi of Planetes and Gun Sword fame and Scride fame, directing. You have Ichiro Okuchi on the scripts, and Ichiro Okuchi worked on Turn A Gundam. He worked on Angelic Leia. He did a series composition for Azumanga Daioh. He worked on Razaphon, Wolf's Reign, Stelvia of the Universe, Planetes, which is also one of my favorite anime. Nejima, he did the series composition for Ayareka 7, which was the thing that he worked on before he worked on Code Geass. So his pedigree is insane.
Wow.
Absolutely insane. He's also worked on Black Butler, and he was also, and I think he's more famous for his post Code Geass work. I mean, he basically was the series composer for one of the biggest anime of the 2010s, Devilman Crybaby, one of the best anime of the 2010s. And he also was the series composer for one of the best anime of this year. No, not this year, last year, Skate the Infinity.
Yes.
So yeah, his pedigree is incredible. And he is the series composer. So for the upcoming iteration of the Gundam franchise, Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. So yeah, that anime finna be good. It's gonna be really, really good. It's gonna be a mad thing, bro.
We're definitely gonna add that as possibly a bonus.
Yeah, we'll talk about.
Medication.
Yeah, we'll talk about Witch from Mercury in a minute. But yeah, so why should you watch Code Geass? Well, it has character designs, all the aesthetics, are courtesy of Clamp, not the mecha, but the characters. Watching the malevolent, well, would I say malevolent? I'd say malevolent and magnanimous in equal measure. Machinations of one Lelouch v Britannia is hilarious, upsetting, hilarious again, intriguing, all of those things in equal measure. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, I know Code Geass aired in what, 2005 or something?
Close. 2006.
2006. I know Code Geass aired in 2006. And it's been out for 16 years, but I'm also not going to spoil it for people that haven't seen it. I'm really not going to spoil it.
No, that's absolutely fair. Plus, like, there is so many twists and turns with the story, so it's probably fair to like avoid spoilers altogether.
Oh yeah, you don't want Code Geass spoilers, man. My goodness, no way.
That it is, dare I say, it's possibly like the Death Note of the, say, mech genre.
Okay, don't do that. We're not doing that, Zane.
No?
Yes, but also, how dare you?
How dare I?
Let it stand on its own 2 feet, man.
That's true. It deserves its own merits.
Not to say that Death Note's not good, of course, but you know.
Yeah, it's a wild journey, like, you know, and dare I say, like, the character development, the motivations, the plot, it is just all sensational. Like,
and there's enough Fujoshi bait for all of those people, for all the yaoi fans out there. So you know, watch it, please. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Just to add on it, 25 episodes by Sunrise Studio. Voice cast is amazing. I don't think I've ever seen the dub. Am I right in thinking?
Wait, you watch Code Geass in Japanese?
Yeah, I watched this in 2006. Yeah, weekly.
No way, man. So, are you watching Code Geass weekly? Yeah, you definitely are older than me, man. I watch Code Geass I watch Code Geass dubbed, man.
Was it? Am I right in thinking it was Josh? Not Josh.
The dub cast is great, and Johnny Young Bosch, aka Adam from Power Rangers.
Yes. He's the Lelouch, isn't he?
And Vash and
Ichigo.
Yeah, he's Lelouch. And Vash, amongst other characters, is Lelouch. Yeah, and he does a very good job of it.
Yeah, he's incredible. But yeah, this is a great recommendation. Top tier recommendation for anyone new or old who needs to rewatch it like me. because there was 2 movies recently, right?
There was one movie, Code Geass Lelouch of the Resurrection, which follows
Resurrection.
the continuity of the movie. So technically, it's a separate continuity.
Oh.
So yeah, Code Geass Lelouch of the Resurrection is the movie that recently came out. I think it came out like it was either 19 or 20. It's great. It follows
Yeah.
the continuity of the Code Geass compilation movies, which branch off from the TV show. So it's kind of its own separate continuity. So you can
Okay.
watch it without like the TV show events being changed. So yeah.
Cool. Amazing. Yeah, this is a great series and a great recommendation. I've always been a fan of Clamp's work, back from Cardcaptor Sakura to Tsubasa Chronicles, into this. So yeah, fantastic recommendation.
I mean, they only designed the characters for this. They weren't responsible for any of the narrative. But yeah, I mean, it's still a great series regardless.
Should we? Oh yeah, what are you going to say?
No, I was going to say bonus recommendations.
Bonus recommendations. Hit me with them.
That you've got one, haven't you?
Do I have? Okay, I'll hit you with one of mine, which is, now I think about it, maybe 2. I'll hit you with the one I normally recommend, which is Gurren Lagann, because Gurren Lagann is, again, it's one of my favorites as a series altogether. Just the sheer bombastic nature of it, and the character designs and everything else, really. So yeah, this is by Studio Gainax, I think is how you pronounce it.
Gainax,
thank you. But yeah, series back in 2007, 27 episodes. I want to say there's also been OVAs as well, but it's definitely worth checking out. Like, it is just sensation. I keep saying sensational. It is just tantalizing to watch. So yeah, I think that's possibly another recommendation from me.
and your other recommendation, Mr. Taicho?
As I've got the model kit, I'm going to also mention Iron Blood Orphans. Just because, again, this kind of rekindled my interest in Gundam, because I haven't watched a Gundam series since Gundam Wing, which was like back in Toonami days. So yeah, I'm going to recommend Iron Blood Orphans.
Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blood Clot Orphans. Gotcha. Blood Clot because of the ending. That ending is, oh god. Fire the dance leaves. Is all I'm going to say.
I did watch this dub, and funny enough, it's got your boy, as you just mentioned, the dub actor for Lelouch, Bosch.
Oh, he's Augur, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he's Augur Iska. Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this series.
So yeah, he's Augur Iska, right? Johnny Young Wash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic series. 25 episodes, really nice and self-contained.
2 seasons of 25 episodes, but yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a second part, isn't there?
Code Geass has 2 seasons as well. Just to mention, of 25 episodes. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's great. Iron Blood Dolphins is amazing. Written by Mario Okada. Dope show. Dope show. Ending will make you want to punch someone, but yeah, just from the emotional, just from the feels.
Yeah.
It's not like actually want to punch anyone because it's bad or anything, but it will make you feel a sense of injustice has occurred.
Yeah.
Fire the dance leaves. Please fire them all. Wipe them out. Fire them.
Oh
man.
Still hurts.
Yeah, I can literally feel them piercing my skin right now. My emotional skin.
Cool. Any other bonus honorable mentions?
Yeah, go and watch Mobile Suit Gundam Suisei no Majo, or Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury, which will start airing in October and is written by Hichiro Okuchi, who was responsible for writing all of those great anime.
Mm-hmm.
Code Geass, as we mentioned before, and so on and so forth. So yes, please watch The Witch from Mercury because the staff is stacked, bro.
We were talking about it just before we started recording. The prologue is available to watch on like YouTube and stuff now, right?
It's available on Gundam Info with English subtitles, and it's great. Again, it's kind of, oh god, I just remember the Witch from Mercury prologue. If you watch all of it, is kind of sad.
Spoiler.
It's not a major spoiler, but yeah, that
Yeah.
I'm really not gonna spoil because it's just come out. But yeah,
Mm.
make sure you have a large amount of Kleenex next to you, tissues, because there will be voluminous amount of tears from watching Witch from Mercury prologue. I promise you. No dance leaves were fired in the making of this anime. I promise you, no dance leaves were fired in this. I promise.
I'm really looking forward to this one, you know. I heard a rumor this is the first time that there's been like a female like main character
Correct.
pilot. Yeah.
In a main Gundam iteration, yes. Mobile Suit Gundam 0080 War in the Pocket has a female protagonist.
Right.
Christina McKenzie, something like that. The pilot of the Gundam Alex is a woman. But yeah. Other than that, yes, this is the first time. That is correct. Indeed.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this.
As for other recommendations or mech recommendations, go and watch Magic Knight Ray Earth. That is by Clamp. That is Clamp from start to finish. It is kind of a magical girl mecha series, kind of. Well, it's a magical girl mecha isekai type deal. Less magical girl, more isekai mecha type deal. But watch it; it's great. And also Vision of Escaflowne, which is another Shoji Karamori series. This is a medieval isekai, or mecha isekai as I like to call it.
Wow.
Mecha isekai, yeah, that's my portmanteau for mecha isekai. So yeah, go watch it. It's great. That's Vision of Escaflowne, and what's the other one? And Magic Knight Ray Earth. Escaflowne, I don't think is shoujo, but Ray Earth definitely is a shoujo anime.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
shoujo manga, 100%. I think Escaflowne was shonen. I can't remember what magazine it was published in. But yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with one last recommendation. Now I've looked back at my history. Most recently, 8686.
Oh, that's just 86. But yeah, that is 80. Yes, just 86. 86 was dope.
It's, I guess, like it technically is a mech anime, right? Like even though it's not
there's
like
there's no technically about it. It is a mecha. It is a mecha anime, or a mecha light. Well, it's a light novel, isn't it? But yeah.
I guess because like normally when someone says mech, I instantly think of like humanoid sort of giant robot. Where
yeah, of course,
this design is different, isn't it, in comparison?
Yeah.
But yeah, A1 Pictures knocked it out of the park with this one. I really enjoyed this.
So I had I forgot that was A1 Pictures that animated that. A1 Pictures are dope, man.
Yeah, they are incredible.
But they also made Anohana, which made me, well, it didn't make me cry, but it pulled up my heartstrings. So also fuck you, A1 Pictures. In a good way, of course, because Anohana is like a masterpiece, but you know. As for Vision of Escaflowne is the manga is shonen apparently. So yeah, that's a thing that happened.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, there's another manga that's shoujo. There's two. Manga. But yeah, but the main Escaflowne manga, which actually came out before the anime aired, even though they were developed at the same time, is shonen. So yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm shocked as well.
Amazing. Would you say that's all the honorable mentions?
Other honorable mentions. I'm not for. I mean, people that. Mobile Suit Gundam 00 is good. Yeah. So
Edits and
Mobile
stuff.
Suit Gundam 00 is another recommendation. It has a Bishonen cast of characters, and politically, it's very, very on the nose. It came out like just after the Bush and Blair axis of power in the West, and is very on the nose about its opposition to Western interventionism in the Near East and in global geopolitics. And is very, very war is bad, because the central characters are basically a paramilitary organization that are opposed, that whose sole purpose is basically to stop all war. So yeah,
Wow.
that's what celestial being do, or that's what their goal, what their central purpose is in Mobile Suit Gundam 00. So yeah, that's Mobile Suit Gundam 00. It's great. It's another like honorable mention for Gundam shows that you should check out, and that you can check out as someone that's new to mecha anime. So yeah, the second season is not as great as the first season though. First season is like near flawless, but the second season is like, it's not terrible per se, but it's not as good.
Oh, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I find that with some animes, you know what I mean? Like the second season doesn't hold up to the same strength as the first one.
I mean,
sets up.
like a lot of people say, a lot of people use Iron Blooded Orphans as an example of that, but IBO's second season is way better than its first, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it dips in quality. I just think it's a whole new dynamic, isn't it? Really?
Yeah,
Like compared to the first one.
but yeah, I was about to spoil Iron Blooded Orphans, but I won't. But yeah, basically just screw McGillis Farid. Like, he's just responsible for everything that went wrong. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, definitely. Sweet. So I guess the takeaway message is to check out everything we've recommended, but especially check out the new Gundam series coming out this October, which already escapes my mind, which is Mercury Witch or Witch Mercury. I always get it confused.
Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury.
The Witch from Mercury.
For those of you weebs who don't like English anime titles, Kido Senshi Gundam, Suisei no Majo.
Perfect. Amazing. Fantastic. I guess that's the episode. Ash, thank you so much for taking the time to, give us your recommendations, to talk us through, give us some back history on some of these content creators, on some of these creators for the mech genre. It's been amazing having you on the show. Of course, all your relevant links to all your social medias and everything will be in our description down below. But for those who maybe are driving, where can they find you?
Aha! I was gonna be like, let me plug my stuff. So on social media, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at AshBeardGuy. You can find my photography page on Instagram and Twitter at Aston Zala. That's Ashton at ASHTON, Zala ZALA. Follow both of those. You can find Black Anime Podcast, the premier destination for anime manga podcasts by Black creators, on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Black Anime Pods, and obviously more importantly, the directory at the website, www.blackanimepodcasts.com. And you can find my podcast, Giant Shooty Robots, on Twitter at Giant Shooty Robo. So that's basically Giant Shooty Robots without the T and the S at the end. And on Instagram and TikTok at Giant Shooty Robots. And that's everything I've plugged, I believe. So yeah.
Fantastic. Amazing. As always, you can follow Undisputed Animes. That's at undisputed_anime on Twitter and Instagram, as well as TikTok as well. But again, all the relevant links will be in the description down below. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll find episodes every Monday. And yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, and not forgetting our sponsor, of course, Shark VPN, which again you can find a link to a massive saving. Just check it out down below. Again, Ash, thank you so much for being on the show. Have you had a good time?
Yes, I have had a lovely time. It's been dope, man. Apart from like all the random disconnections, but yeah. Thank you for having me on, and thank you, Shark VPN, for sponsoring us.
Amazing. Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll no doubt catch you on the next one. Thanks.
Catch you on the flip side, Mecha fans.